Oh, good for you.
It's a secret.
Ooh, welcome to the Secret Lair CommanderSmiths.
We are the CommanderSmiths.
I'm Adam Smith.
And I'm Lowry Smith.
Don't worry.
We're cousins.
I better pick this up so we can actually see, because you can't see what people are saying, because for some reason, technology and stuff like that, you can't see stuff. Yeah, Tad said we are the Secret Lair CommanderSmiths, so
Yes.
yeah. It is episode 374, I believe it is. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, that looks right.
That sounds about right. So we got kind of surprised with a little something today, Lowry, right? So what are we what are we doing?
Drop it all on the floor. We got a bunch of secret layers today. It's basically most of a secret or a super drop, along with everyone's invited deck for the whole deck secret layer thing that you can do. It looks like they're gonna all be dropping it on May 12th. They've been teasing us for like more than a month by that point.
Yeah,
but,
I know. It's
so we're gonna talk through the deck, and we're gonna talk through the 5 secret layers. I didn't look at it because it's a secret layer day, and I just
that's your like
no idea.
Vacation checkout day.
I took a nap today. It was great. It was great.
Secret Layer Mondays or Secret Layer days are I guess Mondays are your best days, because that's when you can just kind of just take a little break. But yeah, no, so we got the Commander deck, which is a long one in itself. Like when we do the Commander breakdown, it takes a while there. And then we got the 5 secret layers, and then we are going to talk about the one that did pop up last week. They faked us out with the Chaos Vault secret layer. We all were like, oh shit, is this the Commander deck, without ever telling us what's in the damn deck? No, thank goodness they gave us a little more time on that. But so we're going to go through that, because there is some interesting choices that they're doing.
Are we gonna do like a grinds my gears type thing?
Yeah, I think they're testing us, man. I think they really are. They're trying to see if people are gonna bite on these. So they're raising prices and all that stuff. Even on the Commander deck. We're gonna talk about that here in a little bit.
Yep.
And then we will finish. So we're gonna get to the secret layer right away, because we know you guys want to hear about it. So we're gonna get to that right away. We'll finish with the tournament. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, we have the 64 theme song TV show tournament. So we drafted 64 different theme songs. So, like Simpsons, Family Guy. What was the number one? Number one was X-Men. We had Game of Thrones. We did the whole shebang. So the first round is over. We're going to go through the winners of that and then tell you the matchups there. So that's our episode in a nutshell. All secret layers, and then we finish up with some non-magic stuff. So that being said, is there anything else we want to talk about? I don't think we're going to do any bullshit, and we're just going to kind of get to it, right? So
hopefully everybody's safe during the Midwest storm that's going on.
If you're in our area, there was a bunch of tornadoes and all that stuff in Minnesota. So, top video game bangers. I like that, RoboCop. Just totally do non-magic stuff from now on with our tournaments. We don't even do that anymore. No.
Right.
Okay. Well, you know what happens when we do it? It just gets banned. So their whole episode of theme songs you can't find it unless
not worth it.
Yeah. Okay. So really quick, we're just gonna do tags quick. If you're watching this, to watch the secret layer stuff, just make sure you click the video to watch this. So why not just hit that like button? If you aren't subscribed, why don't you also subscribe? Because we do break down pretty much every secret layer. So if you're interested in that, you might as well subscribe because we do it all the time. This is what this is our little side thing that we do besides our normal Commander stuff. So, what are you shaking your head? No, don't shake your head.
I don't do anything else.
You can financially support us by $1 gets you into the Discord. You can get in our Discord. Oh, I got to grab the proxies. I always forget the proxies to grab ahead of time.
Adam makes proxies that he manipulates and makes the art cool, and then he prints it out, and we give those away to Discord members that are patron members. And
So
Darkwing Duck on a
clever concealment,
and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, that gets you in the Discord. That gets you proxies if you want. You can also, as you can see, we do have the Malort meter fetch lands that are there. So that is a raffle. Yep. So every $1 that you donate while we're live enters you in to potentially win those. It is 5 foil etched retro fetches of the enemy fetch land. So those are from the MH2. Once we hit that 150, we will draw a name, and that person will win all 5 of those. And we will also take a Malort shot. So that's also a little added bonus there. So other than that, we're on YouTube. We're on TikTok. We're on whatever. But if you want to get a hold of us, join the Discord, because that's the best way to chat with us and chat with everybody else. Or you can email us at CommanderSmiths@gmail.com. Okay, so that's it. Let's get this started. I got to hit the right button here. It's a secret. Before we get started, let me just give you a heads up on the breakdown of all this. So we're going to go through the breakdown numbers of all this, and Lowry's going to read the cards. We're going to discuss all this stuff. But when I'm giving you the numbers here, there's a couple things I want to note here, especially as of late. I'm noticing this trend with Secret Lairs. I've always said 10 to 12 months is normally your mature time. So when these Secret Lairs hit, you get them in hand, the prices tank, and then after about 10 to 12 months, because it's a limited supply, a limited time, especially the ones that sell out, they tend to come back up, especially used cards, and they'll get to around the price that I'm talking. Sometimes they get over that. Sometimes maybe they're a little under that. But most of the time, I'm pretty close to that number. So that's where I'm saying mature time, 10. Well, I said 10 to 12. I have written down 10 to 16 months. It kind of has gotten longer here and there, but it also depends. Also, I'm seeing, if you're watching this, do not buy, if you don't get on the Secret Lair, don't go and buy the pre-release stuff. I list my stuff because I break it all up as a pre-sale stuff, and people buy that. Almost, I'd say 90% of the time, I know you got the FOMO and you want to just buy it because you're like, oh, I just want to make sure I get it before the price goes up. Like this one card goes up to like triple the amount. Just wait, because as soon as it gets into people's hands, even Deadpool, man, like I sold out of my Deadpools before I even got them. And Deadpool right now you can get for like $20. I was selling them for like 40. So that's just telling you now. I'm giving you these prices. I'm giving you some tips here. Just be patient if you don't get these, but you should. That's the other thing, is we're going to tell you which ones you should buy here. So when we talk about breakpoint here, when we give a number, or it's breakpoint 2, 3, 4, what that means is it's how many you need to buy of a single drop in order to get one free, because you want to keep it for your collection. So if I say it's a breakpoint 3, that means when you buy 3 of these, one of those is going to be free if you sell the other 2. So that's when we do the breakpoint number. It's just an easier way to give you an idea of how good the drop is, instead of just giving you a financial value, especially because we're getting different prices here. The breakpoint helps kind of figure that out. All right, I think that's it for the breakdown. All right, Larry, let's get started with this. Why don't you, can you read all the stuff there? Is it a little tough? But so we got everyone's invited.
I'll give it a
go. Okay, so we got everyone's invited commander deck, like you mentioned before. It's May 12th that this sucker comes out, right?
Yeah. May 12th is what's going on. So, but basically this is a, I'm blanking on it. I didn't look at it at all. No, it's a shapeshifter deck. It's more fun. The Boundless is going to be the lead commander for the deck. So It's going to be a lot of shape-shifting things. Do you want me to read the first announcement?
You probably don't have to go through that really, because that's a lot.
But essentially, you're going to get 100 cards, and it's going to be a lot of cool new art on some of the better cards that are out there. They're not, it's not going to be the cheaper, non-rare cards for the most part that are getting the altered art treatment.
So we have 10 of them, and for some reason it says double rainbow. don't know. I want to get the dude that does, oh, it's a double rainbow. But it says, and I think they specifically have it on, maybe not on the top part, but when we scroll down, there are 10 of them that are in the double rainbow treatment. So I don't know if that's going to be different than...
But we don't know what that means yet. That's
Right.
just a new, different foil treatment.
Yeah. So, and then we get one extra thick Morphon, which extra
I like
thick.
them thick.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, we get one, which they normally do anyways with that. We get one, which is weird here. We get one non-foil Rin and Siri. So I don't know why that's just kind of thrown in there. And then maybe it's their leftovers.
Like it's not even in the deck, right?
No, it's not. It's just, here's the Rin and Siri. So, I mean, it can fit in the deck because it's a 5-color deck, but yeah, they're just throwing in the non-foil Rin and Siri.
Right.
Then we get 10 non-foil double-sided tokens and 4 double-sided rainbow foil. This one didn't say double rainbow. It just said oh, no, it does say it. 4 double rainbow foil shapeshifter tokens. Oh, who do we got here? Anderson. All right, so I got to write Anderson's name down. So
On
yeah,
the board.
Yep, we got our first one for the fetches. I'll write you down Anderson for that, and we'll get that.
So, I mean, I'm going to be honest. No. I got to wait until the end when we're talking about do we think it's worth it or not? Because I was just going to
You're just gonna
not waste everybody's time.
You're just gonna do the Great Henge. We're right there. You're like,
Great
what's the number one?
Great Henge was number one. It was. I was right.
Yeah,
I
but
wasn't lying. I would never lie to anybody.
You just said it right away. We're gonna do this list here, but our number one is Great Henge. But you don't have to wait
I'm the
for
one,
it.
but here's number one. Okay, so all right.
So we
Do
go
you
through.
wanna- you wanna
Let's go
click
through.
on more
Yeah,
fun, or,
let's
like,
let's
go
go
down
through
a
it.
little
There we
bit
go.
more?
There we go. There we go.
I'm gonna admit, all the art that I've seen, fantastic.
Yeah.
So again, you got Morphon the Boundless as your commander on this one. I don't even know what you name when it comes down for this deck specifically. If you don't want to change anything,
Well,
but
you don't name anything, do you? Oh, you do have a chosen name. I haven't played a Morathon deck, so yeah, I didn't even realize you did it.
I don't know. I haven't either, but I don't know what you would say in this deck specifically, other than because there's so many different types of, like, I guess you can consider them lords, but like they affect a lot of the shapeshifters, but they don't work with any other card.
Yeah.
But shapeshifters are just going to work with everything, so you don't really say shapeshifter. You probably just say whatever's
Most
relevant
common?
in your hand,
Most
potentially.
yeah, I guess. Yeah, at that point.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Well, we can. We'll get down to those in a second
But,
here.
yeah, it's Morphon reduces the cost of colored spells of their color and whatever they have in them, which is really cool. I love the art on all of it.
Yeah. Oh, now,
All of it. I've
since
already
we're
said
going
that.
through the 10, I'll just say the price of the cards
Okay.
as we're going. So I think Morphon's going to probably get up to $30. I think that's going to be an easy one, 30. Because we do have when they did the 5-color cute to brute commander, Asikia, whatever.
Asika?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's 34 at this point, so that one's 2 years, coming up on 2 years being out at this point, coming up on 2 years. So I think Morphon, and I think Morphon's a little bit more popular, but it's in 62,000 EDH rec decks, which includes it as a commander as well. So it's used quite a bit there. But yeah, so I think that one will eventually get to 30. Again, this will probably drop a lot once people get it in hand. So probably if you don't want to get the whole commander deck, which again, it's $200, they've raised it $50. You might want to if you just want this card, just wait for it to get in hand because you don't need to get the FOMO. So why don't we talk about the next card here? This one I like.
Next one's
a lot.
going to be Raise the Palisade, which is choose a creature type and return all creatures that aren't of that type. Is this the first reprint from Lord of the Rings?
No, we got one. Remember we talked about it not that long ago. There was another one that we just got
so
in.
they're
This is the
starting
second.
to do it.
Yeah, they're starting to get it into stuff. Hey, what's up, Joma Edge? We'll just say Jom because that's what you can see on the screen on that side.
That's what I can see.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I'll do this for everybody now. There we go. I mean, yes, they're worth something. Do not put them underneath the shot glass. They are not a coaster. My God, man. Unless you want a double sleeve and whatnot.
They're right here. I should show you. They're right here. Here's the fetches right there. Well, I have them in a little stack there.
Yeah.
But I got them all right there for you. Those are the foil etched fetches. So it's all 5 of them there.
Somebody will win them someday.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Raise
Palisade is the second Lord of the Rings card that they've reprinted. They'll eventually kind of work everything in there, but it's a great card and it's expensive.
Right. I mean, the scroll version of that is in the, I think, 30s. So I put this one at about $20. I love this art so much more than the Lord of the Rings one. Having that dragon in there, just, and it's a full art. I'm a sucker for full art, so I like the flirts.
Yep. Maskwood Nexus, gorgeous art, by the way, but just turning everything into whatever creature type, all the creature types, and makes a little creature for you too. I think there's a great card in here. Obviously, I think this is probably what pulls everything together. This is definitely going to be the most premium art of what this.
Yep, no special printing of this
is going to be.
Yep, this is for sure.
What do you got for it?
Well, I undersold this one. I think it's good because I use it a lot, but I was like,
yeah,
all the printings, because it's been printed so many times, is like under $10. So I put it at 10. Yep. I think this one's going to be a $15 to $20 card down the road.
Agreed. I think it's 15 to 20 just because it is highly used. It's such a plug-in card for any deck that just needs some help.
Yep.
And that's what this deck needs, a lot of help.
Yeah.
But
being able to just turn everything, like cards that do that, and there's a couple in the deck as well, but this one's fantastic because it keeps making them for you. So I love this one, and any of my tribal stuff it's always in there. But yeah, did I say it was in 160,000 EDH rec decks? Because if I didn't, it's a shit ton of decks, and it makes sense because that's what people like to play. All right, so they do things a little weird here, so we're gonna actually have to go to we got one more. We're gonna have to go to the deck and highlight it by going over that because they didn't break it up like they do. Yeah,
I agree. The
Anderson
Maskwood Nexus, as Anderson's saying, looks like a Lisa Frank Trapper Keeper.
Oh yeah,
I agree. Yeah. Just an acid trip for little girls. That's what it is
for little girls. All right, so we got this one's fantastic here. The art and all this is I like it. What do you mean?
It's worth something, but Coat of Arms, which is giving all creatures that share a creature type with another creature +1/+1, that helps out your opponents as well. That is why I generally don't like it. But plenty of people play with it, and it's a relatively, it's a $5-10 card.
Well, we have already a Secret Lair printing not that long ago. I think it was like a year and a half ago. Okay. That's at $24 for a foil. So I put this one at about $24 because this one's kind of a cool art compared to the other one. I like them both. Like the one that we got it's like an elf on a tree, and it has like banners hanging from the tree. So I think that one's pretty sweet. So I think this one will get there as well.
Remember it.
So yeah, all right, so I think now we're gonna have to jump into
that was all double rainbow foils.
Double rainbow.
That's so stupid.
That video is awesome. So here's what our shapeshifters will look like here. We got a bunch of different ones, so it's 4 different ones. This is where we thought there was a gremlin there, or is it gremlins that a lot of people thought? That one looks like a gremlin, that guy, little snake.
I didn't
there.
look into any of this, man.
Well, no, in the back.
What are other people saying?
No. Remember when we were trying to figure out what was going to be in the deck, and we were looking at the background and circling it and stuff, and everybody's like, "Oh, this guy in the background looks like a gremlin or whatever." But anyway, so we got 4 different changeling tokens that are going to be double rainbow as well. Now we actually have to go through each one. So we already did Morphon.
Sure what else there is.
So we're gonna have to do the Mauler. Hang on, I'm gonna zoom.
Definitely the best art.
There we go.
That's one of the best.
Yeah, it is a sweet art.
Shapeshifters out there.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say it's a good card, but plenty of people play it. How about that?
Yeah, I've put it in a deck or two. Yeah. Getting one.
Yeah, I mean, but
counters.
It's been out for 20 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to make it into a deck or two.
No special printings of it, but I still only put it at $10 just because the art and everything. I might be underselling this one as well, but
what is he? Is he beating on some drums? What's going on there?
No, he has CDs or records.
No.
Yes. What? Look at that.
Because they did it once and it was funny.
Looking at his hand. I can't use my mouse. It doesn't look. That's a record up there in his hand, isn't it? A minotaur with a record in his hand. That looks pretty sweet.
Okay. All right.
Or is
it leave that to the Scarab God. Let him do something else cool.
DJ's Scarab God. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so
you remember the Scarab God?
Yeah,
he was fucking a disc jockey.
Yeah.
And the Secret Lair one.
Was
funny.
Neat. I don't really like that one.
Is that what we're doing? No, I don't either. But you like this one?
I do like the picture of this one. This one's pretty sweet. There's a lot of color and stuff. Look at the fairies dancing on
Is it a double standard?
Drums.
You don't like?
No, it just
zombie gods.
I just
to be
didn't
doing a DJ
I just didn't
thing,
like the
but
way that he
Minotaur,
looked.
Shapeshifters,
Yeah,
can?
for
Is that
sure.
what's going on?
Yes. So he's a 97 EDH rec deck, so used quite a bit. But yeah. All right. So next one, one of the old school game winners that I don't see very often, but anymore. But it was for a long time. We saw this a lot being played.
Yes.
But go ahead, Larry.
Avenger Zendikar, creating a bunch of plants, putting a bunch of 1/1s on them. The cool thing about this is that it's still a viable card. The thing is just the game hasn't necessarily passed it on, but it's been around so long that you kind of like, nah, I've done this before.
Yep, exactly.
That's where this is at for me.
Yep. Even in my landfall
but
decks,
it's still
I'm
a damn cool card.
Do I want to put that in?
And I like the alt art.
Yeah.
So
294,000 EDH rec decks. It does have a Secret Lair printing. That was from the, I believe it was the one with like no, maybe not Consecrated Sphinx, but it was around that time of those.
Came out with the Admonition Angel, Jesus.
One.
And the blue one that steals something
That's
royal.
right. Yeah, so it was around when
and then it was out
Zendikar
for like 24 hours. It was less than a week that they were selling it.
Yeah. So that one's 33.
It went really quick.
$33. I put this one at 30, eventually get there. Anderson wanted us to read the Mauler. He does say the bigger they are, the harder they drop beats. Yeah. That is pretty sweet. I dig that. So yeah, I have
That's an card right there.
Yeah. I have and he has Vengeance is a brew best served chilled. All right, so he's feeding him some ooze and stuff like that. All right, so we got that one. That was about 30. And then we got this little guy right here.
Thundershot Dryad. We love this card. Anything that's going to make a token for you every upkeep is doing some work. There's not a lot of those. And then it also gives that,
bump.
That buff.
Yeah.
2/2 for him. This is a cool card. I really like this art. Again, I think the art on this, the alt arts are fantastic.
Yep.
So,
I also had no special printing of this because we only have the pre-release is the specialist that you can get. 66,000 EDH rec decks, and I put this one at about probably $15 to $20 for this one because I was selling my foils. I sold out of my foils because I did spec on this one a while back, and I sold out of those easily at $20-25. So. I think that gets there. All right. Hang on a second here. I'll turn down the music in my ear. Now you go back here. So I got to scroll way down. We got to get away from the creatures. And now we did Raise the Palisades. So we got to get away from that now. Oh, this is the one this one gives you the bonner.
That's pretty. Bitter Blossom with an alt art. It's just a fairy coming out of, the Bitter Blossom. And it's nostalgic. It's perfect in here. Because it is a Kindred style card. I think it works.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't know. They don't have to print it all the time, but I think they have a really nice beat of every once in a while printing it. Because the last one they had it in Throne of Eldraine on the special ones. And that's a really cool art.
Yep.
I can appreciate them.
They're not overprinting it.
This.
Yeah, they're giving a little bit of a gap, a couple years or whatever gap.
Yep.
Yep. I agree with that. That's a good take on that. Bitter Blossom, 119,000 EDH rec decks. It does have a Secret Lair printing. That was one of the first two Secret Lairs that we got, and so that's way back. That's going for 26. It had a regular border on it. Had some cool fairies on it. I like this one personally better, especially we're getting the rainbow, double rainbow printing and a full art or borderless. So I actually put this one a little bit higher. I think this one is going to surpass the other one at $30 because this is a beautiful card.
I can see this at 30. Yeah.
So, all right. So we get away from the enchantments, and we go back up.
Do we know if they are short printing this? It's not to demand, right?
No, it's not
We
to
don't know.
demand.
They
It's
haven't
not
said.
to demand. It's
Okay.
Yeah, it's a limited print run. Yep. We did Bitter Blossom there. That was weird. It went back up to there. Oh, we didn't have this on there.
Kindred Summons. That basically allows you to put a bunch of creatures in that share a creature type with whatever you got on the board at instant speed. It's a cool ass card for sure. I don't know if I dig this art nearly as much. I'm not seeing it like it's
just a bunch of things dancing
Are they just
around.
partying around
Yeah.
like midnight campfire? Everybody's drunk.
Yeah.
that what's going on?
Yep.
'Cause I could dig that. I could dig that.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Kindred summons 39. This is the least played card in this out of the new 10 arts of this. So 39,000 EDH rec decks, which is still a lot of decks, has no special printing. So I'm thinking this one's about a $10 to $15 card. So, but still 39,000 EDH rec decks. I haven't put it in a single deck, so not that really determines anything.
We don't do a lot of Kindred decks though.
Yeah. So, all right. Then we have Crib Swap again. Let's move down to Coat of Arms. We already did that. Oh, here we go. There we go. Let me
Yeah,
see if we can
that's a
move
pretty
that.
one. I like how they did that. It's like the soul ring around the shapeshifter's head. I think it's great.
Yeah. No, this is one of the top Soul Rings. I don't need it. I mean, I can tell you. 4.9 million decks is what Soul Ring is in. Typically, the bad Soul Rings in Secret Lairs will be down. They don't get much lower than 20. 20 is like the bottom, and those are like really bad ones. But even the $20 ones over time are at 30. And so I think this one's going to easily be a $30 to $40 Soul Ring. The really good ones, like the Galaxy Foil one, that one's an $80 Soul Ring at this point. So this, I don't think, is going to reach that because you're not getting a special foil printing. I mean, you're getting the double rainbow, but it's not.
Yeah, the double rainbow might be crazy.
Well, maybe, yeah. Maybe it is. Maybe yeah.
Not.
I don't know. I just feel like it's going to be a normal foil printing, their rainbow foil.
It might be like a
just a little
wave
extra
in there.
Maybe one extra. Maybe a double wave in there. Is that what?
Maybe.
But yeah, no, I think this one's a $30 to $40 Soul Ring right there. So I think that's everything from the new stuff. Yeah, and then I mentioned the thick Morphon, and let me just show. So this is the Rin and Siri. It is going to have that Secret Lair symbol on there. Rin and Siri's going for the cheapest version is 27. So you can kind of expect this one to be around that.
That's a weird throw-in.
Yeah,
like
it's whatever. I
is
guess
that just the bonus card? So that's the bonus card. That's what's going on.
No, they never spoil the bonus card beforehand.
No, yeah, okay.
They normally do it like, oh, somebody's showing it off, but they never put it like this. Maybe this is the first time they're showing it ahead of time.
They've never done a deck drop with all of the most of the super drop either.
Although no, because it does say 10 of the double rainbow foils, Rin and Siri, and 89 regular cards. So that equals 100. So Rin and Siri is in the deck. It's just not listed in the deck here. Because if you look up at the top, it says,
all right.
Where did it say that? I remember writing it down, but it said 89. Oh, here we go. So it was 1, 10, and then 89 non-foil Planeswalker stamp preprints. So if you add that up, 90, 100. So it's supposed to be a part of the deck. I mean, it fits. It can. Yeah, it can go in there. So it is actually there. So we'll get another bonus. I'm guessing because that's part of the deck. Okay. All of that, when I'm talking about the new 10 cards, the Rin and Siri, if we add Rin and Siri in there, that gets us to about $255. So
they're saying that it's listed in the deck, but it's really weird that they're giving it a separate mention. I think that's the confusing part.
Yeah. They don't have it lit. Oh wait, he's right. It's right there.
Yeah, but why is it getting a special mention?
Okay, so maybe it is weird. No, I'm gonna say it's weird, but
we can just leave it at that. I don't think we need to make excuses for them. Like,
well, I'll say
it's
what's
just like, and there's some awesome special basic lands in there too. And
right.
It's like, well, yeah, they come in the deck. All right.
I will say with like the last one, the 20 ways to win, they had like 10 that had the Planeswalker, or not Planeswalker, the Secret Lair symbol there, like Rin and Siri does. And so they were supposed to be Secret Lair special. So I don't know, maybe because they only have one now that they're doing it instead of doing the 10, but they had 10 of them that were commons and uncommons and crap in it. They weren't anything. There was a couple of them that were good, but it was a mix of commons, uncommons. It's a dog cat. That's why. Okay. So I said 250, about 255 for the 10, the 10 plus the 1. So right there, that already gets you $55 over value of what the deck is worth. So just in those cards, man, I mean, that feels like it's worth it. But let's talk about, okay. I'm not going to show all these, but of the cards that are over $10, we only got 3 of them. One is Kinsbale Cavalier, which that just hasn't been printed for a long time. It's a Morning Tide, I believe, printing. Yeah. We have another one.
It was in the Knights D&D.
I was going to say, yeah, it was in one other.
Dragons versus Knights deck.
So I put it as a 1.5 printing because those are like really good printings. But that's a $15 card. And then we got Kindred Dominance, which is an $11 card, and that's that mass removal. I can actually pull it. That one's
the black one. Right there.
Where
you name it.
Yeah.
How much is that sitting at now?
That's about $11, 11, 13,
$11
11 to 13.
So.
Yep.
Nice.
And then I'm really happy about this, but Black Market Connections getting a reprint in here because that's a great card. Like it almost goes in every single one of my black decks, so I'm glad that that's in there. But that's a $15 card, so it makes sense that it is because it does a lot. For 3 mana to have an enchantment that gets you a draw, gets you treasures, and sometimes you can get any creature type that you're playing there. So I dig this one a lot. So that being said, $41 in the $10 plus. Then of the $3 to $10 cards, now the reason we're talking about these are really good for buy listing, and that's where I make a lot of the money back off of this, is you buy list a lot of the crap to like Card Kingdom or Card Conduit or whatever, or Card Sphere or whatever. But there is, we got Realm Walker, Unsettled Mariner, Shape Sharer, Arcane Adaptation, Kindred Discovery, which are really good cards, Fabled Passage, Mutavault, the World Tree, and Gilt Leaf Palace. And that's a total of 46. So just in those 3, 6, 9 cards, you got $46 of value between 3 and 10. When you total that along with the tokens, the foil tokens, I think those typically sell between $10, $5 and $10, but I normally offload mine for about 10. That gives you total value of everything together of 356. So you're at a plus 150, after sales tax and all that stuff. You're probably at a plus 125 when it's all said and done. So
no, I doubt
they won't do the Assassin's Creed
art. It'll be
probably the original one.
Yeah,
when they first printed it from the Commander deck. Okay, so Lowry, that being said, is this one worth it? It's time for
Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.
You think this one's worth it? I mean, you're paying $200. We have upped it $50. Right. It's no longer $150.
So going through the history, it started off with the flip coin at 100, and then since it's been 150, and now they've upped it to 200. I don't know if I want to contribute to saying, yeah, go all in and keep giving them more money and see how much they're willing to take from us. I hate that aspect of it. Is it worth it? Again, I have a lot of these cards. I don't have a lot of the art. So for a new player and somebody that likes Kindred style decks, for sure, absolutely. You don't have to worry about all that, like
I'm pulling this up,
setting it in for credit or getting rid of all the chaff, because a lot of that deck is extra cards for me. So that actually becomes like less enticing if I don't want to try and set it in or try and add it into my trades or sales or whatever. And so there's a lot of playable cards in there for me. There are a lot of cool arts in there for me. So for me, rationalizing it, I'm okay going with one for personal use.
And you wouldn't go for 2 to pay for the other one? Because this one is a breakpoint too.
Not for that work.
Yeah. Because then it's me having to sell your cards for you.
I'm not going to spend 400 plus taxes.
I do want to pull this up really quick. So Jacuzzi on the Discord sent this over from a Reddit post where they broke down everything. So what Larry is talking about, so we have the heads I win, tails you lose Commander deck, which was the first one, was 99. It's now value with everything in it is 360. Cute to Brute, that's when they changed to 150. Its value is about 260. Angels, they're just like us, is now a value of 578. Now those core cards, man, those are the ones that made me the big bucks on that. You know, Archangel of Thune, all the Bruna. I think the only thing I have left is like Broken Blade. Do I have Broken Blade? I have one of the Angel. I think it's Bruna Fading Light. I still have left.
Probably Bruna.
Yeah, that's the only one I have left of all that. Cats and Dogs was a huge hit. That was last year. That's 381. And then 20 Ways to Win was earlier this year, or actually it says December. So I guess we didn't get it in hand until almost the end of the year. That one is so recent, but it still has a good value. You know, I was talking about that 10 to 16 month, but you're at 190 of value. So it's already up, you know, $50 from what, or $40 from when you bought it. I buy listed a bunch of that stuff, and if I'm not even, I'm over on with a bunch of this stuff. Now,
okay,
to give you an idea, when we did the breakdown of 20 Ways to Win, let me move back on my notes here. I had the value very similar to what the value is on this, but the difference I will say is the most that we had for like one of the face cards that was in EDH Rec decks was like 50,000. This one has every one of their cards is very highly used compared to what 20 Ways to Win was. And so I find the value of this so much more because these cards are way more played, way more usable. Just putting that Soul Ring in there gets you in there. And then that's 20 Ways to Win was all the face cards were all alternate win cons, you know? So it's like, how many times do you put those in decks? And I can't even find where I had it. There's Storm. It's Marvel. Where did it go? Whatever. But I just remember looking at it and it was about the same pricing. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I had value at 360, but the most we had, 59,000 decks was the most we had in there. So, I mean, that kind of tells you something right there. So for me, I think it's worth it. This one, I am going to probably get whatever the max is that they have for it, you know, because I do buy list it. I did just send in a whole bunch for 20 Ways to Win. So I'll do the same with this one. So this one definitely value is there. So do I have the prices right? It's worth it. All right.
I would say so.
So the only thing that would be holding me back is we got a super drop coming at the same time. So we have Ultimate Pencil Superdrop. That is going to be, it says there's 8 drops. We're going to show you 5 today because that's all they have revealed, unless they're counting the Commander deck. And they do have 2 raised foil printings of this, if they're counting that, but I don't think they are. I think we have 3 more coming. So we're going to go over that now. Secret Lair, let's get to the right spot. Little note thing there. All right, let me scroll down here. So we got 5 we're going to talk about here. For the most part, it's the normal $30, $40. So $30 for the non-foil, $40 for the foil. Reminder, again, we're going to talk about the break point at the end of each one. And then at the end, we'll kind of decide which ones are actually worth it. So, Lowry, why don't you start us off here with the first one?
All right, you got Secret Lair X Kexp. Kegels? I don't know.
Kexp? I don't know.
You can't even read.
You are not alone. You have 3 or 4 or 5 cards in this one, but one of them's Cultural Exchange, which allows you to exchange, is that lands with somebody else?
No, it's all creatures.
Oh, it's all creatures?
Yeah, any number of creatures, target player, choose any number of, we don't play this one ever, but choose any number of creatures target player controls, choose the same number of creatures another player controls, those players exchange those creatures permanently.
Okay. And then you got Folio of Fancies in a completely different art style.
Yeah.
And that's basically everybody draws a card, or everybody draws a certain amount of cards.
That's how we lost in the Commander game. Tad milled us out. Were you in that game?
I believe so.
Yep.
So, and then you have a completely other art style different. That's Concordant Crossroads. Concordant. And then Concordant. And again, it's pretty cool.
It reminds me of the Ponder with that turtle that's eating the pizza and all that stuff that we got from the... Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
Definitely. And then you have Rites of Flourishing. This is probably the only card that I really like. Really like out of this one. I love the art with the eyeball and it's
trippy, man.
Very 80s rock.
Yeah.
And then the last one would end up being like Fonts of Mythos, which is everybody draws 2 extra cards during their upkeep for 4 mana. And this one is pretty dope. I mean, there's solid cards. I can see people wanting to buy this one for sure.
Yeah, so what was it? The Cultural Exchange, that one only has 1 printing from Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
So the foil printing of that is a $32 card. We're not saying this only has 1 printing, so it's only in 4,000 EDH rec decks. I mean, I hadn't even seen it. You know, I don't own that card, so I've never seen that.
I do, but
oh god, I get to hit it.
Oh, good for you.
Sorry, I should just keep my mouth shut.
But really, the big hitters in this is the Concordant Crossroads and the Font of Mythos. Both of those cards are Font of Mythos. The cheapest version is 17. Concordant Crossroads is 20. So you're looking at the non-foil side of things at what did I also have? A Secret Lair printing. Oh, because we did get a Secret Lair printing of Concordant Crossroads. It's that, but it's a regular border. But that one is going for 21 and 23, respectively, for non-foil and foil. So it was an easy way to compare that. But non-foil side of things, we have a total of $53 after shipping and fees. If you're selling all that, you get to 42. So it's a breakpoint 4. So you buy 4 of those non-foils, you should be able to get one of those free. That's not a great number. It's not terrible, but it's not amazing. Then foil side of things, normally you think foil, you're going to do better with your breakpoints, but it's a value of 65 with shipping and fees. It brings you down to 52. So it's actually a breakpoint 5.
Which is a lot of work.
Yeah.
And they do say 40 and 20 in that regard here.
Yes.
They do state it. Okay.
Yeah. I believe it's on the bottom.
And personally, the only card out of there, like I said, is Rites of Flourishing that I play or like to look at. So yeah. I mean, is this are we doing the worth it as we're going along?
Yeah. What do you think?
No.
I think so.
The price is wrong.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, the art
for me
school
personally,
is different
no,
and
I think it's a lot of work for people to make any sort of flip and break point on it. So.
I agree. All right, we get into basic lands now. Basic lands. We're not going to break it down too much, but I like this one, man. I'll just. It's the same thing. It's XKEXP,
okay.
Where the music matters, but they're doing the thing that they did with the SpongeBob ones, where you get 2 of each instead of 1 of each. So just a guideline for basics. These aren't completely borderless. We do have a little bit of a border, but it is, textless and all. Well, not text. I mean, it has the planes and all that, but we don't have a text box and everything. Non-foils typically sell between $5 and $10. Foils are typically $10 to $15. With them giving you 2 of each of these, and I actually like this, because I like rock, a Foo Fighter effer. I've gone to beach concerts and all this. Foo Fighters. I want to play with these because it just reminds me of going to all the concerts and stuff like that. But that being said, these are worth it. I mean, they are worth it in the price wise because these are potentially a breakpoint 1. The part is like, I like them, but how many Magic players will like them? Because this fits my genre of music and all that stuff, and things that I like to do outside of Magic and everything. But does this hit your? I know you like rock too, but
no, I'm not going to spend that much money on basic lands.
So this is a no-go for you. This is a yes for me. But it could be a potential if it's popular enough. It could be a breakpoint 1, but the thing is I might be biased with thinking that because I like it, everybody should like it, but I don't think necessarily people are going to necessarily like this or not. I don't know. I have no idea with this because, I mean, do you have a thought? I know you don't like the basic lands. Like, that's your thing, but let's take
my thought.
Let's take a step back from that. The art of this, do you like the art of all this or no?
Oh.
Like, would you play with these basic lands?
I don't dislike it. How about that?
Okay.
I don't sit back and be like, there's no way I want to touch that. Like there are some times where that art happens, and
Yeah. So I guess what I would
this is fine.
this
This is okay. I like how they sneak it in, the symbols into the art a bit, but
what I would say to people is just if you like it, get it for yourself. I wouldn't necessarily spec on it because I don't know how big of what the crossover of this is. Like how many people playing Magic really want to have the music band scene stuff. I think there's a big portion of us, but is it enough that they're going to spend money on it? So I'll get at least one for myself, but I probably won't go deep on it. So, but I will say it's probably one of the best. If it is a good one, like people actually like the art and everything, it's probably the best drop here. Spoiler alert. the ones that we're
that's
talking
kind of
about.
crazy to think about.
Yeah.
All right. So you have the next one is just featuring Jay Howell, where you have Agent of Treachery, Priest of Forgotten Gods. You have Treasonous Ogre, Uncivil Unrest, which is probably the most expensive one out of there, and then Marchesa the Black Rose. So 5 cards again, which is, I think they probably learned from their lesson, like whenever they have a bunch of like cheaper cards, have more instead of like fucking 3 in there. Like that's just dumb. Like I don't know what they're doing there. At least I'm assuming that there's going to be plenty of people that enjoy this art. It's not for me, but they do kind of come back to this style of art, and they're played cards, so that's at least also there.
Yep. Everything's at least 24,000 EDH Rec decks, which is Marchesa. Everything else is 40, 62, 52,000. So they get played a lot. Value wise, they're not that expensive. I mean, you look at the non-foil, the total side of things is 42. When you take away fees and shipping and all that, brings you down to 33. So that's a breakpoint 10. He's saying Douglas is saying it's a huge miss for the Agent of Treachery art. Yeah, you got the little guy right there, and he's trying to steal from a dragon. I appreciate the dragon, but yeah, the focal point is the dragon. I don't even notice that there was a guy there until I looked at like the card of Agent of Treachery. It's like, oh, that's a dude. I forgot what that one was, and I was like, wait, where is that in the card? And then that's when I noticed it because it blends right in with the background there. So I mean, maybe that's part of the point. Anyways, so it's a breakpoint 10 for non-foil, which is not good. Foil side of things, $60 when you take away fees and everything, brings you down to 48. That's a little better, but it's still a breakpoint 5, which isn't amazing. That isn't something. If you like it, you go for it and you get it for your collection. But I wouldn't go deep on this to try to make a profit off of it. So I think we're both in the part where its price is wrong at this point with this one.
And I should point out, if there's something that you like out of here and you really like it, as long as the price is like close, get it.
Yeah.
If you're just like, I like one card, like for me with Rites of Flourishing, I'm just gonna buy that as a single.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to be spending $80 on that. Like, come on.
Yeah. Yep. All right, and then we have 2 more, and then we get to the current drop. So let's move on to that. Okay, this is where things get a little hairy, a little different. So we have a little change what they're doing on this. The last 2 drops, we have 3 different prices. Now let me just scroll on down to that so you guys can see that. So we do have our non-foil and our foil side of things at the normal 30 and 40. But now we are getting raised foil at $100. So we have 3 different prices for this.
Okay.
And they are a little different. Like you can see the raised foil in this is the yellow border. And my question is the raised foil just going to be the text box where the yellow is, or is it the whole card? Because if it's just the text box, like your Strixhaven stuff where they did the foiling and then it was only the borders were raised up a little bit, that's kind of lame. But if it's the whole card, yeah, I might be up for that. So I'll be curious when because they'll do a spoiler, a physical spoiler of these. But yeah, $100. Yeah, that's the point we got to get to. Let's talk about the cards
okay,
first.
so we're doing Everything's on Fire. This was it 5 cards?
Yeah.
You have Chain Lightning, which is not played anymore, and also reprinted at Common. So there's that.
Yep.
Dragon's Rage Channeler, which is played a lot. I use this one
Yep,
a lot.
that
I
one's
like
fun.
the surveilling and everything that's going on there.
Cool art. These I
Cool
will say
art
the
for
cool
sure.
art on all these.
But it's also, that's a buck or two.
Yep.
You got Lava Spike, which is a modern burn card, if that's even a deck at this point. Same thing with Rift.
Yeah, a lot of these
Bolt.
are not Commander. They're
Yeah,
played in
there's
Commander,
definitely
but not
for Commander
really.
Players.
4,000 EDH rec decks, 4,000 EDH rec decks for the last two. Dragon's Channeler is the only one that's in 49,000. Everything else is like minimal.
And then Skewer the Critics, another type of lightning bolt, which is all of this. And I know Chris is mad that there's no lightning bolt in this. They're giving you all the other things that aren't lightning bolt. So, and that, oh my gosh. If I don't even know if I would suggest that you buy this if you are playing all these in your modern deck. Like,
well,
holy moly!
But I will say that might be why they're doing.
I like
the raised foils. Yeah, the art is good. As a Commander player, none of these. I mean, besides Dragon's Rage Channeler,
right?
I
might try and get that as a single, maybe.
That's the only thing that holds value. I mean, it's a 21, or no, it is. It's Chain Lightning. Actually, it's the one that holds the value. Dragon Lord's Channeler doesn't even have the value there either, but it's Chain Lightning because it does have a Secret Lair printing, and so we can kind of compare it to that. So 21 and 23. That's the only thing that holds it up. Otherwise, the whole drop for non-foil is 41. Foil side of things is 48. When you take away shipping and fees, 32 and 38. So there's no break point on either of these. I mean, you technically there is. Yeah, it is. But I don't even know how to price these guys out with the raised foils. It's like, I don't know. I don't even want to tell you to get this or not because I don't know how the raised foiling is. So what I would say is when we get closer to it, because we still have 2 weeks out, maybe look and see when they'll do the whole girl opening the package and showing
they'll
off.
show it in the light and they'll show off everything. Take a look at it then for sure.
Yeah. This is not for me. It's not for you, meaning you, Lowry, because this isn't going in any Commander deck, you know? So,
No.
I mean, it's this, I'm not going to play these cards, so I'm not spending $100 to get those. So, that both of that for us is
the price is wrong.
But it might be for you guys if you guys like modern or you want to pimp out your modern, or I don't know if that's even a legacy thing. This next one is I had Pauper and modern. Actually, that one I did have as modern and legacy for some reason. Some of those cards were used. This one is Pauper and modern is mainly used with these ones. But anyways, let's go with the same one.
That's the perfect group of people to market to is the Pauper crew. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, hey, you guys want to spend as little money as possible on Magic.
Let's get you the
$100
$100 drop.
Buy a $40 product.
No, a $100 drop. $100 because this one also has the $100 drop in it, but they're in red border. So yeah, we get also the 99, 40, and 30. All right. So Lowry, what do we got here?
Okay. That's okay. So you got Lava Dart, and so you're saying that one's Pauper because I'm like, I don't know where that is being played.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Monastery Swift Spear, which has been reprinted in the ground. Cool art. I do like the art a lot. Let's go with that.
I like
swirly and whirly. And then you have Soul Scar Mage. Again, another card that's playable for us in that regard.
It's only in 5,000 EDH rec deck, so it's
by only 5,000.
Only 5,000, yeah.
All right.
This next one's an
Underworld Breach. Yeah. This one's used a ton.
166,000. Yep.
And then you have Mishra's Bauble. I like this. I like Mishra's Bauble a lot, but I understand that it's not played a ton.
It's 73,000 EDH rec deck.
No, that's enough. I'll give that a ton. Yeah. Okay.
So I had let's see. Monastery Swift Spear, we already have a Secret Lair, so that one we can compare that to that, and it's 12 and 15. Underworld Breach is our biggest one at 20 and 30.
That was just banned though, right?
Yeah, it was. So I don't know if prices are catching up on that or not.
Right. Where was it banned? Modern?
Modern. Yep. Value-wise, non-foil is 47. Take away your shipping and fees brings you down to 37. So a breakpoint 6. This is, normally when we do these secret layers, I'm like, breakpoint 2, breakpoint 3, buy. This has been wah, wah, wah. No in sync here. $66 for foil minus the shipping and fees brings you down to 51. Breakpoint 5 as well. So again, I'm not going to give you guys, I don't know with the raised foil, the $99, $100. I don't want to give you if that's worth it or not. To me, it's not.
At this point,
but the art, like you said, the art is really good in this. I really like the art in this. I just don't think I'm going to buy these because it's just, unless the bundle, like that's the only way I'm getting this is if like the bundle is a big discount or whatever. We are getting the commander deck with it all at the same time. They're all dropping. So if there's a big bundle that has everything together and there's a huge discount, then I'm probably getting something in there. But I am not. So both of us on this one, right? The price is wrong.
The price is wrong.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna admit I am much closer on getting this one than anything. If I played Underworld Breach, I would probably buy this. I do like Urza's Bauble quite a bit. You're right. It's wrong.
You mean
I'm
Mishra's?
not gonna get this.
Mishra's
Maybe
Bauble?
just get a single, but I got a ton of these as well. Like, yeah. No. I'll skip it.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay, so let's keep going. We're gonna do our last thing, and then we're at the end. We're gonna we'll bring it all together. And if we had to pick one, what are we gonna buy here? So let's discuss what actually dropped last week, which is in the Chaos Vault. So as you can see here, we have it's called Adventures of the Little Witch, and you notice the foils. Let me back it up really quick here.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of a price bump on this. So we got a price bump on our commander deck, but we also got a price bump on the foil here of 4 cards. It's up to $60. So instead of 40, we didn't jump 10. We jumped $20 for 4 cards. So you'd think, okay, well that just means that they're really good cards, right?
They're not. They're not.
So let's get these.
It's not as bad as Lava Dart, but it's damn close. Secret Rendezvous, that's close to Lava Dart. You know, target player, you and target opponent each draw 3 cards. Good art. I do like the art on these for sure.
The Little Witch.
But only 4 cards hurts it. Serenity. Ooh, woof.
Buzz's girlfriend.
At the beginning of your, we should probably read these cards because people don't know these as well.
Yeah.
Which should not be a $40, $60.
So that one's a legacy and vintage card. That's what
about that. But at the beginning of your upkeep, destroy all artifacts and enchantments. They can't be regenerated. It's an enchantment. But
let me rewind
itself.
it. It's played more in legacy and vintage than it is in commander. Like when you look at like the top places this gets used, those are the top of the list, and there is no commander in there because it's at the beginning of upkeep, destroy all enchantments. And then we get this little guy.
Yeah, Asika's Chariot, which is something that we do play, and that's the one that comes down a vehicle that creates 2/2s that are cats, and then it also does the whole makes a copy of a target token you control if it attacks.
Oh, by the way, Serenity, that one is in 415 decks.
Yeah. All right. All right.
And this one.
And then Realms Uncharted. This is the best one in the set, and that basically search your library up to 4 land cards with different names, reveal them. An opponent chooses 2 of those cards, puts the chosen cards into the graveyard and the rest in your hand, then shuffle.
Yeah, it's nice little instant.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
at least for us, but not at 60.
No, it has the one
that
foil
makes it
printing.
Really tough.
Yeah, the one foil printing. Maybe what they were doing was the one foil printing of Realms Uncharted is a $60 foil, but this isn't going to be 60. Like this is not where it's going to be. Maybe because no one buys
they paid
it.
the artist better, hopefully, maybe.
But yeah, value wise, I'm not even doing the shipping and fees. Value of non-foil is 30. Value of foil is 45. So well below the $60 value of this. So it's just not worth it there. So I guess the other part of this is like, well, should we talk about the price increase, or should we pick one that if we got to choose one, put all our money in, if we had to choose
Oh, I would prefer. Yeah, we could do that real quick.
Okay, so let me do. Which one's the short one? I think it's this one.
One
Spec.
to rule them all.
All right, Lowry, you got a choice between all the secret layers. You have a $200 commander deck that you can pick
it's
up.
That.
Okay.
I don't need you to keep going.
Okay.
Like, you don't. You
Can
can
it-
choose that with me as well.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm not going to choose anything
Don't
else.
choose anything
No,
else,
there
please.
there was
We
not.
do not. That'll just sully our reputation.
Yeah, the commander deck is definitely the one that has the value. Yeah, it's just,
Right. And it's just the better product.
Hey,
Like, it's
Mr. Whitman,
better played
yeah.
cards for us. It's geared towards us at least.
Yeah.
It's doing everything that we want other than raising the price. We don't like that.
And I'll say this, out of all the secret layer stuff, and I say this to people on the Discord, commander decks are the thing that get you the most bang for your buck back for secret layers. I mean, in general, they're pretty good too, pretty decent. You know, that's why we also do a breakdown of those, of the pre-cons. But the secret layer commander decks are all profit. Like, if you want to just sell them and not keep the cards, you're going to make money off of them. That's just how they are. As long as you're willing to put in a little work, like Larry has mentioned earlier, you got to put in a little work. You got to send in some stuff at buy list. You could sell the main cards and make your money back, but you can make a good amount if you start sending in stuff for buy list. Now, I'll tell you this, like, and it's in here too, Realm Walker and Heliod's Intervention was in the 20 ways to win. Those I just take out of all the ones that I spec on, and I keep those because I put them in almost every single deck, you know? So I try to keep, like, the things that I know I use, I'll take them out and keep those to the side, but everything else, I just get rid of, you know, buy list. So we're both on the same page with that. Okay, so let's talk about this price hike really quick before we move on to the end of our cast with the tournament stuff. What, especially with this not necessarily the commander deck, but with the Chaos Vault, what the fuck are they doing here? Like, are they testing to see if our people are going to still buy shitty cards and raise the $20? Like, we don't. This has been out a week now, or almost a week now. And we don't have a low stock warning, which I'm glad. I don't want this to get a low stock warning.
Right.
Because then it's just proving, oh, they'll still buy shitty stuff. You've mentioned.
Election for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So is this them testing and be like, hey, maybe we can sell some shitty stuff and let's raise the price and see how much we
This
sell?
is kind of the problem with capitalism, right? They go, let's see if we can lower the quality, up the cost. And not that I'm anti-capitalist either. But this is the bad part of it, where they try and give you a worse product for more money and expect you to still kind of buy it. And maybe eventually we get used to it, because that's what it is, right? It's testing the waters, see if there's going to be kickback. And and then you're just kind of left with more, like, spending more money.
Yeah.
Because if they continue to do this, and it doesn't cost them that much, you know what I mean? Think of, it's okay to have it loss if you're still making a ton of money. I think I saw an article saying that Wizards made fucking 40% more money than the year before. Like, they are making money hand over fist right now. They are making a ton of money, and they can kind of start raising the price and see if they can make more money.
Well, I'll tell you this, that if because I am very much a buy the foil. I think we're both pretty much on the same boat of buy the foil. The pricing of foil when they sell on eBay. So lately I've been buying the bundles that have foil and non-foil, you know, like, because we're limited to, you know, like the Deadpool drop. I bought 5 foils and 5 non-foils because I wanted to max out on that. The price that they sell it is not that big of a difference. As much as you would think that it would be, you would think it'd be a lot bigger, especially when I do the pricing out. They're getting closer and closer to the same pricing. And in fact, there was one of the secret layers that we had, I was looking at the pricing where the non-foil was more expensive than the foils. So if this happens where we get $60 foils moving forward and $30 non-foils, I will definitely just move over to the non-foil side of things, you know, as long as they don't start bringing that one up as well. Because pricing wise, it actually still makes more sense to do that, because non-foils still sell for really good because it's still a special treatment of the card. And I know there's already people that do that are secret layer, like, that buy a lot of secret layers. They have been shifted over to the non-foil side of things. I still like them shiny. I think the shiny looks pretty.
Right.
I like how it blings in your sleeves and in your binders. But
I'd have to think if I even switch over, I might just be done buying it if they switched it up to $60. They'd have to up the card quality significantly.
Like if we would have got like a Sensei's top and like
right, you got to start talking about like those box toppers, those cards that move boxes and sets.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to be charging $60 for this, that's the part that you want a better card selection for sure.
Yeah. And that, I think at that point, if you're doing 60, let's get 4 good cards and not 1 good card and 3 mediocre. Like just make them all good. Like we don't need to have the garbage ones anymore. Just get rid of the garbage ones. Let's get good cards in there. Then I'd be willing to pay that. But yeah, I mean, I pretty much buy almost every Secret Lair, and this is one that I did not purchase at this point. It doesn't mean that I won't buy the non-foil, but I'm not going to pull the trigger on the foil because I don't want to. But even still, I told you, the non-foil side of things is breaking even. It's 30. That's before shipping and fees and all that. So it would only be a personal thing, which I don't even play any of these cards. Although Realms Uncharted, I probably could. I did.
It's playable.
Yeah.
It's not playing it in everything that you've ever like.
They better put a bottle of Malort in the mail for $60, Mr. Winner.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed. And that's even only a $20 bottle.
Yeah.
Like, and you definitely don't get your money's worth there. It's awful.
Yeah, it is the worst.
God.
All right. So yeah, like I said, there's probably more. We probably get 3 more revealed here in the coming weeks. But yeah, for the most part. Well, wait. One more thing. What do you think about the Commander deck being raised $20 or $50? We're now.
I don't know. I either on camera or off camera. I think we both said that this was likely to happen. Like they're going to keep on raising it until things slow down. And they'll, they do it slow. It'll probably just stay 200 because it's going to sell. And they're changing enough stuff and they have good enough cards in there and the value's there. Even like I'm not hesitant to buy it at 200. How about that? I didn't buy the You Win the Game at 150.
Yeah, because that one just didn't have the cards in it.
I don't play those kind of cards. Like I wasn't going to be playing them. And honestly, buying the decks, even though they have a lot of value in there, they feel pretty anticlimactic for me. Like I just don't play the cards. I just want to keep them in the deck, but I don't even touch them. I haven't touched the Cats and Dogs deck. It's still just wrapped in the box.
Hey, you can make some money, man. It's up there in price.
Maybe. I just but there's some cool stuff. I'm not playing them for some reason. I'm not pulling them apart. Like I pulled apart the flip coin one and I just like used none of it.
Yeah.
And
I
so
mean, we know you don't like the flip coin and the dice stuff.
That's true. I don't calm down.
Yeah. All right.
So, what are you feeling?
No,
about that
I
200
agree.
Mark?
Yeah. You made a very good point. I'm not, when I heard it was 200, I wasn't like, ooh. It more went, ooh, how many am I going to actually buy now? That's more of it. It wasn't like, I'm not going to buy it. It's like, well, and then when they announced the super drop, I was like, oh shit. Okay. So I'm only going to get what I'm allowed on this and not try to get more. But then when I saw the super drop, I'm like, ooh, I'm going back to that. I want to get the Commander deck because super drop is not that super at this point. I honestly think that because of that little spoiler thing, they might have that Sensei. I hope Sensei's is in one of those last 3. Then I might buy something there. So,
that's a good point. Final Fantasy's coming out soon too. Is that in May as well?
Hear me. Can you hear me at this point?
Yes,
No.
I can hear you.
Oh, my music just dropped out. That was weird.
Oh.
It says my microphone.
I don't hear the music anyway, so
My microphone changed. Everything. God, it's always got to do that. I was about to do my one finger up. Whatever. I'm getting like a lot of notifications. It says everything's working there. All right. So it's just the music just dropped out. That's fine. We don't need the music. We're going to move on anyways to
yes.
the drop or the tournament stuff. Oh, it is actually still on. Hang on a second. I know. So you guys can still hear me at this point.
Yeah, it
right?
sounds like you dropped out for a second, but then
Yeah. Because the music's still there. We go. Now my music's back. All right. You guys, thank you guys for watching with all that. So we're not done yet. We're gonna go through the tournament stuff really quick. So those that want to stick around and hear the tournament of the theme songs, best TV theme songs, we're not gonna play them like we did with the 64 draft. Unfortunately, I was hoping we could, but that video got banned. If you want to watch that video or listen to it, I should say, you can listen to it. Podcast episode. What are we on? We're on 374. So that'd be 372.
372.
And we have that linked. I don't have it linked in this one yet, but I will have it later. So you guys can listen to that. So, okay. We're going to go over some results here. I'll just keep us on this page at this point. Doesn't matter. We'll have the secret layer up there. Okay. So... oh yeah, no, I'll say one more thing with the secret layer is if you guys want it, let us know which ones you guys are gonna buy. That'd be great. Put it in the comments.
We'll just tell you don't buy them.
Yeah, but I do want to hear what people are gonna buy. If you're planning on getting them all, if you're planning on picking out a couple of them, you're getting the commander deck, and also what you guys think about the price increase with the commander deck and with the chaos vault. Maybe the chaos vault is a one-off thing and it's just chaos. You know, they're testing things out, so maybe that's what they're doing there. So don't buy it. Don't feed into that foilness. Even though I normally say go ahead and buy the secret layer stuff, that is one that I don't agree with. All right, so here we go with the tournament. We got 64 results to go through. I'm just going to read them off, and Lowry, you're going to try to guess which one won. After we're done with it all, I will tell you guys the matchups, and then matchups will be up by tomorrow evening, Tuesday evening, if not Wednesday at the latest. So, all right, here we go. First matchup was X-Men versus Star Trek Generations. So that was your number one pick, X-Men. What do you think won there, Lowry, and by how much?
I'm going to say X-Men won that one pretty handily, I'm guessing.
It was one of the second highest. It was the second highest win with 90% went to X-Men. Next one is, we're just going straight down your side of things.
Okay.
Stranger Things versus Bluey. So that was a 32 versus a 33.
Stranger Things was probably a bigger show. So, like, I feel like the bigger shows just won this at this point. Like, so I'm going to go Stranger Things, I guess.
71% of the vote went to Stranger Things. So
it's wrong, but I get it.
So the matchup is going to be X-Men versus Stranger Things for this
X-Men,
week.
Doms.
Yep. That one's going to be a tough one. I will probably say X-Men, but I really love Stranger Things. I told you, it's the top like 3 theme song for me.
Oh, good for you.
Next we had Power Rangers, number 17 Power Rangers versus number 48 Home Improvement.
Home Improvement was a good late pick, but I think I still would go Power Rangers.
Power Rangers does take it down with 65% of the vote. Then we had number 16 Ghostbusters going against number 49 Buffy.
I think Ghostbusters takes that one.
This is tied for one of the biggest biggest blowouts with 93% of the votes going to Ghostbusters. So
that was baller pick.
Killed Buffy. So Power Rangers versus Ghostbusters this next round. Where do you see that one?
Power Rangers versus Ghostbusters kills.
Yeah. All right. Animaniacs, that's your pick. Number 9 versus number 56, Doug.
Animaniacs wins this one.
Yeah.
Sure.
Animaniacs wins with 81% of the votes. One of our closer votings, not the closest, but one of our closer votings was number 24, Sopranos, going against number 41, Unsolved Mysteries.
I don't know, because neither of us watched Sopranos, but like Unsolved Mysteries is
I love Unsolved
weirdly
Mysteries.
Something that you like listen to right before or after doing homework in middle school. Like
that is a good.
So that I'm gonna go Unsolved Mysteries, but I don't think that took it.
Sopranos wins with 55% of the vote. So Animaniacs against Sopranos. Who wins that?
I'd say Animaniacs
Yeah.
wins that one.
Yep, for sure. Then we had number 25, your number 25 SNL going against my number 40 Baywatch.
I think SNL wins just for like longevity.
Yeah,
But
some of the younger
I'm
crowd
sure
might not
plenty
know.
of people whacked to Baywatch song.
I mean, you heard my story about
Your
Baywatch.
stories.
It wasn't me whacking; it was other people doing it.
Right. Yeah.
Yes,
close enough.
SNL does win that one, 83% of the votes. So then we had a pretty tough matchup here. This one was battling back and forth. There was a winner. Each one was ahead at one point. But it's number 8, my number 8 Pokemon going against your number 57, a good late pick, Transformers.
Oh. Wait, what'd you say? What was yours?
Pokemon versus Transformers.
Yeah, like Pokemon had to have won that one.
I'm sorry, reading comments. Pokemon won, 65% of the vote. So we have a matchup against your SNL against my Pokemon. Where do you think that one goes?
I think Pokemon.
I think Pokemon. Got to catch them all. I think that one is going to win that one. All right, then we move to your lower part of your bracket. Number 4, my number 4, Simpsons went against number 61, Fraggle Rock.
Simpsons take that one.
73% goes to Simpsons.
Yeah.
Your Full House number 29 against my Married with Children's number 36. Close one. It's also a very close one.
I think I'd go Married with Children.
Full House wins 54% of the vote. So
Thanks. We have a more wholesome crew than I thought we did. How about that?
My number 20 Family Guy going against your number 45 Mandalorian.
I would pick Mandalorian, but I'm sure Family Guy won that one.
Family Guy wins with 75% of the vote. Number 13, your number 13 Mr. Rogers going against my number 52 Dexter.
I think Mr. Rogers is it's gonna be a Final Four song. I think it's gonna kill.
65% went to Mr. Rogers. I forgot to say,
maybe not kill.
We have
talking it up.
We had the other matchup above was Simpsons versus Full House. Where do you think that one goes? Simpsons. And this one we have Family Guy versus Mr. Rogers.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
That's gonna be a good battle.
I'm gonna go Mr. Rogers.
That's because it's yours.
Yeah.
I would pick Family Guy because me and Family Guy. Then we have number 12, My Friends versus number 4, your 53 Andor.
Oh, Friends. I was like, what the fuck is your Friends?
My Friends. It's My Friends.
Yeah, Friends wins this. Andor was not a pick that was gonna win anything. It was more like get it out there. You guys should listen to it because it's fantastic music, but Friends wins this one.
81% disagree with what your take here is there. Friends moves on. Succession, your 21 pick over going against Ted Lasso, number 44 pick.
I don't know. I actually don't know
either of them.
Songs.
Well, one of the first upsets, Ted Lasso takes down Succession with 85% of the vote, so pretty handily. So we got Friends against Ted Lasso. You don't know Ted Lasso, so you're probably picking Friends, maybe?
Friends probably wins it either way.
So that's a mine and mine pick going on there.
Good.
Then we have Muppet Show, my number 28 Muppet Show against number 37 Captain Planet.
Shit. I mean, I don't know. Muppets?
So we have a first here. We had a 50-50. And so I decided that
You son of a bitch.
the higher seed just moves on. So Muppet Show moves on. 50%.
You're still a son of a No, that's actually instantly that was the logic that my brain was going as well.
That the higher seed.
It's I hesitated for a really long time.
I liked it because I was like, that's exactly how it was, 50-50.
Yeah,
and it was back and forth. Yeah. Then the last one on your side of the bracket is number 5 Batman going in against number 60 Reading Rainbow.
It was it's bullshit that you got that late of a pick. I'm really worried. I hope it's Batman because it's
It's a high pick.
right there for me, but it easily could be an upset.
This is a battle, man. This is a battle. But the biggest upset is Reading Rainbow wins 55%.
Shit.
So the bottom bracket, I have at least one that is going to make it to what is it? Semis?
No.
Or whatever. The Elite
Okay.
8 is what that, because it's my friends against my Ted Lasso, my Muppet Show against my Reading Rainbow. So which one, Reading Rainbow or Muppet Show moves on?
Reading Rainbow.
Oh, wow. Number 6.
Yeah.
That was a really crazy late pick. It was
It was completely missed by both of us. That's a top half.
Yeah.
That should have been in the top 32.
Yep.
sure.
All right. So now we move to my side of the bracket. My number 1 overall pick, the number 2 overall, is Game of Thrones going against the Conan O'Brien show. Yeah, Mr. Wood.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, this was tied for the most blowout with 93% of the vote. Cheers versus Goof Troop. I'll say this. Besides the 50-50, this is the closest voting that there was.
I mean, I know the Cheers song. I think I'm going to say Cheers.
Cheers does move on with 53%, but it's going against Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Does that.
Gargoyles versus Loki. So number 18 Gargoyles versus number 47 Loki.
Again, I hate that Gargoyles is going to win this, but Loki is fantastic.
It
It's
is
such good music.
But it's so short. It's so short. But it lost.
Whatever.
80% of the vote went to Gargoyles. Your Chippendales Rescue Rangers going against my Firefly.
Chippendale.
Yeah. I love Firefly, man. That's one of my favorites too. I'm sad.
Sorry. It's not my fault. I didn't vote. I'll look at this shit.
59% of the vote went to Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
All right.
My number 10, SpongeBob, going against your number 55, Rocco's Modern Life. My wife had
SpongeBob,
never heard that show before, but yeah, SpongeBob wins 66%. It was actually closer than I thought it would be.
That is closer than I would have thought.
Your number 23, Sesame Street, going against my number 42, The Office.
Sesame Street.
You're right, but it's at 55%. Sesame Street takes
wow.
it down. So we have a SpongeBob against Sesame Street.
I think SpongeBob probably takes that. That's gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be a
honestly,
tough
that's
one.
gonna be a
That's
good
gonna
one.
be a
I'm
tough one.
surprised that Office got that much vote though.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people love The Office, man. A lot
Yeah,
of
but
people.
it's about the music, not
But
about
it's
the show.
Binga bing,
That's so
binga binga
stupid.
bing. It has its theme. You know, you hear it and you know it. And I don't even watch
I
the
don't
show
even
and
know
I
it.
know it. I don't even watch it.
Okay.
I forgot to say Gargoyles versus Chippendale. Which one do you think wins that one?
Music wise, is Chippendales.
Yeah.
Chippendale.
Rescue Rangers. Yeah, I think so too. Then we got That 70s Show, my number 26, That 70s Show against your number 39, Rick and Morty.
I think 70 Show probably pulls that off just because it's so singable.
We're
Like,
all right.
They did a great job of making it like you're in the car with them, singing with them. So that probably takes it.
Yep, 66% of the vote.
Yeah.
Hello, Wisconsin, Mr. Wyndham. 66% of the vote. Then we got it's your South Park, number 7 overall pick, against my
Beach.
58, Malcolm in the Middle.
I think South Park takes this.
You were right. Also 66% of the vote for South Park.
Okay.
So we have That
Closer.
70s Show against South Park in this round.
I think that's gonna be close.
Yeah.
How about that? I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go.
I think we have some really
South
good
Park on
battles.
that one.
Yeah, I might.
I think
go
it's
that.
gonna be like a 55% win.
Yeah, I
probably.
think that's a good battle. Then we got the battle of the initials of shows, the TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 3rd overall pick, Lowry's 3rd overall pick, against
Okay.
my 62nd overall pick, The Walking Dead. Where did we go there?
Oh, Turtles.
Yeah.
Kills.
Yep, 78% Ninja Turtles moves on. My number 30 against your number 35, Tailspin.
Sorry, what was that again? They're making fun of our.
I know.
pop
I said,
culture
what's
slop.
with all this?
This is just a tournament.
Yeah, it's
and
just
we're
a
doing
tournament.
music
Yeah,
against
yeah.
each
We're
other,
just
Jamie.
doing it.
I'm sorry. It's just what happens.
We just wanted to throw this out there, so we just kind of threw it in the tournament thing, and then our video got banned, and so you can only listen to it. But if you listen to that podcast, it's probably one of the best podcasts we've done in 7 years.
Yes, that was a very good one. That was a lot of fun.
But yeah, so it's what did I say? Saved by the Bell. My number 30, Saved by the Bell, against your number 35, Tailspin.
I mean, personally, it's Tailspin, but they're really close seated, so I don't know. I'd say Tailspin.
52% goes to Tailspin. You're right. Number 19, Darkwing Duck. Your number 19, Darkwing Duck, against my number 46, Family Matters.
Darkwing Duck? I think that's a better song. Maybe it's not a better show, but it's a better song.
Yep, Darkwing Duck wins 61%. I forgot to mention the matchup on the other one is your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles going against Tailspin. Ninja Turtles takes it.
Turtles takes it.
Yeah. Then we got number 14, my number 14, DuckTales going against your number 51, Law and Order.
Oh, DuckTales.
DuckTales did win 84%, so we have Darkwing Duck going against DuckTales. That's a fucking good matchup right there. That's a really.
I think DuckTales takes
I
that,
think so too, but that's a really good matchup right there. It's probably my favorite of the next round.
That's fun.
We're down to our last 1, 2, 3, 4 matchups. So we got your 11 Scooby-Doo against my number 54 Beavis and Butthead.
Scooby-Doo.
Yep, 71% of the vote, Scooby. Then my number 22 X-Files going against your number 43 late good pick Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
You know what? Honestly, I have no idea. We use X-Files as in our
We just
Secret
used
Lair
it tonight.
sounder, so I mean, we at least keep it alive a little bit.
It's all us. We get cards
Yeah,
banned and Commander.
That's the only reason everybody knows that show at this point. So I'm going to say X-Files, especially
You're right.
picked much earlier. Okay.
67% goes to X-Files, but now we have X-Files against Scooby-Doo.
They're kind of the same show.
Yeah, they are. That is kind of funny.
I'm going to say Scooby-Doo, though.
Yeah, I might agree with you there. Even though I watched them both. I fucking love X-Files.
Yeah.
All right. Then our last grouping here, and then we'll have the matchup. Your number 27, Inspector Gadget, against my number 38, Futurama.
I don't know. Inspector Gadget is probably a better song, but Futurama is loved. So I can see Futurama upsetting on this one.
57%. Inspector Gadget moves on.
There
Then
we go.
we have my number 6 overall, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, against your number 59, Jetsons.
Oh, Fresh Prince goes.
Yeah, that was a big one. 86% of the vote goes to Fresh Prince. So we have Inspector Gadget going against Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince wins that one
Yeah.
as well.
So we got a good matchup there. I mean, overall, out of the 32, Lowry, you have 1, 2, 3,
I think you're gonna-
4, 5.
I mean,
6.
you got like a couple more on me, but I think the next set I'm gonna get squeezed out quite a bit.
You got fit. We're almost half.
Right.
You got
But I think
15.
the next round you're gonna be like 70. I'm gonna be 30. I
No,
think
'cause
that's how it kind of landed.
I have battles that are all like that bottom bracket is all of mine going against all of mine. So 2 of them are immediately eliminated.
Yeah.
So-
Well, I mean, if you upset, then you're
Yeah.
definitely going to go against your own, essentially. But,
Yeah.
I think my early picks are going to do really well. I think Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow might be the Shieldred of the tournament,
Yeah.
where Shieldred just came wrecking ball and made it to the finals.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that. So voting, Travis, I'll be posting it tomorrow if I don't get to it tonight, because it's just a lot of putting that together.
It's a lot. Yeah.
So at the latest, it'll be Wednesday when the podcast drops. The audio podcast drops, but I'll try to get that tomorrow night when I get home from working and stuff. So expect it tomorrow. Very latest, it will be Wednesday morning. So and you vote on YouTube. We will have the voting. It'll be on our post page, which is I think they changed it on YouTube now. We don't have a community tab. It's like the post page. Like if you look at our links and stuff like that, especially if you're a patron or not patron, subscriber, you'll see the post there. So, all right, gang. Whew, that was an episode right there. See, this is why we couldn't. We had so many other things planned, and I was like, nope, this is a Secret Lair episode, and we had a tournament. So
that's an episode. There we go.
So, all right. So make sure you guys hit that like button, and that should do it. We will catch you guys next week.
Thanks for listening.
See ya.
Bye.
I gotta find where the damn button is. There it is.
I love boobs. I'm talking tatas. I love boobs. I'm bunkers for honkers. I love boobs. Thanks for the memories. I love boobs.
Hey, Meat Force, could you kindly tap the like and subscribe?